New leaks, new updates that are coming to Master Duel. We're going to go over all of these new updates and leaks. We're going to do a $100 giveaway on this video. Like, subscribe, comment, and you'll be entered in the $100 giveaway. Let's get right into this. First up, we have 50 million download gift campaign. So very simple. 50 million downloads. Now you're getting 1,000 gems and a 5-headed dragon sleeve. All right, very quickly, top of the next one. We have new accessories in solo mode. I'll talk more in depth at the end of the video of all the stuff that we looked at, the cards mostly. New Starry Night solo mode. Okay, ooh, damn. Duelist Cup deck case, not sure if you care about that. Xbox crossplay. You cannot duel due to the cross-platform option being set to off. Thank you, Konami, for acknowledging that this is not a legitimate way to play in a competitive event. PlayStation crossplay also, but where's the Nintendo Switch crossplay? I'm told that that's not even an option on the Nintendo Switch. Important notes for Stage 2. You cannot participate in the Stage 2. What is this? I guess it's another platform. I don't think you could turn it off for mobile or PC. Profile frame, Duelist Cup icons, December. Wow, looks so much cooler than the last icon we got by adding in December. New sleeves. Well, damn, that's actually a pretty good sleeve. I'm not a sleeve type of person, but I guess I'll get sleeve in. Okay, and everyone's going to get this one for free that we were talking about earlier. Nice, nice, nice. Let's get into another update. Secret Pack is back. Alba Abyss. Let me close a bunch of these tabs real quick. We're doing this live and raw, no editing. Boom. Konami forgot about secret packs, or at least we thought. Well, they did, but now they remembered, and they're adding secret pack Alba Abyss. So what is going on in here? If you missed out on branded fusion, you missed out on any of the branded cards, well, now it is back through the secret pack, and we got some new cards. So I'll be talking about this one towards the end of the video, but just showing you very quickly to get through all the leaks as quickly as I can. Albaz the Ashen, Alba, the Abyss Dragon, very good. We have the Branded Loss, Branded Banishment's a very good card. I know that. We'll be talking about this in a bit. Let's get into another leak. We have, so apparently just this is the main leak. They put it up on in game and then they took it down. So I am calling this a leak, but I think some of these are announced. I'm not sure exactly. At least we got some leaks with the accessories in solo mode. Now, upcoming selection pack, Mysterious Labyrinth. This was announced. So on the website, you could either see that it's 9 days or you could highlight it to see in your time zone exactly when it's coming out. And I'm going to be streaming 3 days in a row of the new pack. Upcoming selection pack, Mysterious Labyrinth. Oh my. Oh my. We will be talking about this. I will be talking about at least the lovely Labyrinth of the Silver Castle. So just wait towards the end of the video for that. Here are expected cards to be coming out. Runick. Oh, this won a YCS. Well, you know, to be fair, Runick Sprite won a YCS, not pure Runick, but we will be talking about that. And it's going to be very interesting. Potentially a very toxic deck, but we'll talk about that towards the end of the video. A lot of the Labyrinth cards that we are expecting to be coming out. Very good. We'll also be looking at the reactions from other people. And what else is in this update? We have a new structure deck, Immortal Glory. This is a zombie structure deck with the brand new Immortal Dragon, Skeletal Dragon, Felgrand, and Red Eye Zombie Dragon Lord. So now that you know everything that's coming in the update, let's talk about some of these new cards. We're going to start off with the Secret Pack Alba Abyss. What's good here is this brand new dragon. It's Fallen Albaz plus any amount of dragon monsters. And what's crazy about this, it is a contact fusion. So what you could do is you don't have to summon your Albaz and activate it. Let's say they have a negate. Let's say they have a Borreload. Yes, Borreload dragon. That is a dragon that will negate your Albaz. You could just set your Albaz, and then you get to put your opponent's Borreload in the graveyard and your Albaz to make this. It's a contact fusion, and it's more than one dragon if you want. So let's read this real quick and we'll look at popular dragons you could fuse with. So you either can fusion summon, or you can just contact fusion by sending from either player's monster zones to the graveyard. This can make a number of attacks up to the monsters that you used for the fusion onto monsters. So it's not direct attack for a bunch of times, but if you fuse with 2 dragons and an Albaz, you have 3 attacks on whatever's left on the field. And also, during the end phase, if this is in the graveyard because it was sent there this turn, you can add Polymerization, or you could add a Branded Fusion, or any fusion normal spell. So I believe Instant Fusion is a fusion normal spell. That's something you may want to search if you have a strategy for that, maybe tier limit in the future. So that is very good. Let's check out what the most popular dragons are. We already have popularity. We're going to type in dragon, and maybe we should also put an extra deck. What do you think? Extra deck monsters with dragon. So these are popular dragons. I mean, you're not really going to have these on the fields, but I guess Borreload's the most popular card that you would fuse with. Dragons right now are just not that prevalent. If Borreland was more popular, this would be a really good out to the Borreland, just fusing with that. That would be crazy. I mean, you already could fuse with it, but now you could contact fuse with it. So it's kind of weird. You have Albaz that already could fuse, but now I guess you could play around the negate. So you would normally get negated. Now you don't have to worry about getting negated. So that's very good, I'd say. And there's another trick up the sleeve for a branded deck, which is the Branded Banishment. If you like Super Poly, this is kind of like another copy of Super Poly being able to poly with your opponent's fields. But I wouldn't say as good as Super Poly. It's different. So what you're going to do is you're going to target a Despia or 1 level 8 or higher fusion in your graveyard, special summon it. Then, if you want, you could fusion summon a level 8 or higher by banishing fusion materials listed on it from either fields. So you could fully fuse with your opponent's field if you want. Let's look at the tier list real quick, looking at a Branded Despia deck. Branded Despia, and we're going to be looking at our fusions. So if we summon at an Albaz, we can't. If we summon a level 8 or higher fusion, so this would not be good. This would be, we can't get the Albaz because we have to target a Despia or level 8 or higher fusion. So what are we summoning exactly? Can't do the Guardian Chimera. This would work. Dragostapelia. If your opponent has a dark monster on the field, boom, you are now making Dragostapelia. And your Despia monster, Despia plus a light or dark monster your opponent controls. You got Quiritis, which could reduce the field to 0. You could make a Masquerade, light or dark monster plus a Despia. If you summon a Despia from your graveyard, 2 dark monsters in the field, Starving Venom Dragon. So those are going to be the main options there. What else is going to be exciting from here? I'm not going to go too in depth so we can talk about the other stuff, but I'd say those are the biggest highlights. The new Fusion Dragon, the Branded Banishment, and also just getting the reprints. That's very valuable, very good. Now, let's move on to Labyrinth, Mysterious Labyrinth. Now, this deck, Labyrinth, if you want a good deck already, I'm going to search for right now, YCS Osaka. This was a 3,000 player tournament in Japan. Japanese YCS that recently just happened, and we have first place, unfortunately, flew under ease, but second place was a Labyrinth deck. So it's going to look something like this. Yes, it's a trap deck. It's a ton of traps, but you could screenshot this or go to the website, and the deck is all about activating normal traps because your cards then get triggered off of normal traps. So a big card would be the Labyrinth field spell. That's going to be a main part of the deck. It states that if you activate a non-Labyrinth normal trap, you could special summon a fiend from your hand or graveyard. And if you activate a set welcome normal trap, you could have the additional effect of also destroy 1 card on the field. So I think I'll be doing a bigger in-depth review of this. I did play this a bit on a simulator. It's going to be all about normal traps and dealing with your opponent's monsters with normal traps, which will trigger more effects. So I think it's a very cool deck. Despite this deck list not using her, I will be planning on using her. So it could still be good in Master Duel. And what else is good about that? So we have a new control deck, and I do love control decks. Recently, someone was asking me, what are my favorite type of decks? It's ones that I could play on my opponent's turn, not decks that have floodgates, which unfortunately generally comes with the control decks to make them as viable as other top decks. But so now I'm actually a Flandreese fan because of the barrier statue being banned, but not before. Now we have Runick. Runick is a very good deck type that you tech it with other decks. You mix it. So we could look at a recent YCS right before the Shizu cards came out. I believe it was in this one, or yeah, one of these. This one, I think. The Niagara might be the one where first place was Runick or second place was Runick. I got to dig for it real quick. There we go. First place, Joshua Schmidt, Runick Sprite. So that's a lot of Runick cards. And while we do not have the Sprite cards yet, we will be getting them soon. And, you know, just the Runick cards are an engine of their own. They're all about having a lot of utility. They can pretty much answer anything. This can destroy a back row. This one could target a special summon monster and destroy it. This one could target an effect monster and negate it, and they're all quick effect. Now, what they also do is they make you skip your next battle phase, and probably the biggest benefit many people like about this deck and also hate about it is every time you activate these Runick cards, you banish cards off the top of your opponent's deck. So you could literally mill out your opponent. Banish top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. Banish top 2 cards. Banish top 4 cards. And they, of course, come with these fusions that you could summon instead of the main effect of the Runick. So you choose to either destroy a back row or you could summon one of these Runick fusions. And a main part of the deck is also drawing with the Runick Fountain. You could target up to 3 of your Runick quick play spells in your graveyard, put them in the bottom of your deck, draw the same number of cards. That is insane advantage. That's incredible. And we'll be seeing more about this. Or maybe Sky Striker's going to want to play this for now. Maybe some toxic pure Runick deck that's going to want to deck people out. You tell me your ideas with Runick as the cards come out soon in next week. What else are we expecting here? So Runick and Labyrinth, that's big. Weather Painter, if you're a Weather Painter fan, very good, very nice. We have Starving Venom Preda Power Fusion Dragon. I'm not too familiar with this one, so I think I'll take a pass on this so we can look at the other cards and not make this video too long. Let's see what else we have here. So we talked about Alba Abyss. We talked about Labyrinth and Runick. Now we have Immortal Glory new structure deck. And we're not going to have all the information on all the reprints, but I guess what I would ask you is what are you hoping gets reprinted in this structure deck? Zombie related. We just type in zombie type cards, the most popular zombies. I don't think they're going to reprint zombie hand traps. I don't think we'll have Eldritch. Maybe we'll have Necro World Banshee in here. Zombie World, I feel like you have to have that. Zombie World is going to be needed in every zombie deck. So that's an ultra rare reprint that you could hope for. Hopefully, maybe. That would be wonderful if they reprinted this card for any deck that wants to play zombies. Now, what about the new cards here? Red Eye Zombie Dragon Lord. I know this is not being used in any tournament deck, but I would still like to read this card because we have a whole structure deck around this. I believe it's the picture of the structure deck. What it do? Zombie Tuner plus 1 non-tuner monsters plus it is level 10. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can target 1 zombie in your graveyard, special summon it. Just special summon a zombie during your opponent's turn. If this card is in your graveyard, you could banish a zombie you control, special summon this card. You can only use each effect once per turn. So the zombie theme, it's going to continually come back on the field and summon another zombie from your graveyard onto the field. I'm sure I'll find some way to make this work. I'll force it to work. If you have any good deck lists you want to share with me about this, that'd be good. I don't know. I know the Felgrand Exceed makes you unaffected. Is that the same theme? I'm not sure. I don't want to skim that. But this one, Immortal Dragon, I did see one tournament deck using this. It generically level 6 synchro. Any deck can make this. But you could send, during your main phase, you send a zombie from your deck to the graveyard. which is a very popular effect among zombies like Uni Zombie and Gazuki. Send a zombie from your deck to the graveyard. So Mortal Dragon could send a Plague Spreader zombie from your deck to the graveyard, then special summon it onto the field. It does change its level to then level 4 if you send a Plague Spreader. So you can't make a Mortal Dragon then climb up to level 8 Synchro off of that play. The other effect is if a zombie is destroyed by battle, only by battle, not card effect, special summon this back in the field. So reoccurring effects, very good. Let's see some of the comments on any of these. Rip Dark yeah, this is not cool. We were looking for Illusion of Chaos, which Konami has completely forgotten. And we thought there was a theory that they would make a structure deck for this. This was in the last pack. We completed the pack called Battle of Chaos. The new cards we're getting now is from the Dimension Future, Dimension Fusion, I forget the name of it. But this is a card that would completely break a deck like Spiral, a deck that's already doing well in tournaments as it searches for your Magician's Souls. So I think Konami is purposely stalling. I actually don't think they forgot. They're just afraid of releasing it in Master Duel because it will have a huge impact. This card is essentially draw 2, send any spellcaster from your deck to the graveyard to summon it. It's supposed to be Dark Magician support, which it is, but it helps a lot of other decks too. Proof that God exists. Zombie World Code. See, we want that reprint. Where's Zombie Reborn? Okay, we want some more. Yay, Uni Zombie pulled 3. Hopefully, really hope Doom King. Oh, reprint on Doom King. Isn't that an ultra rare? That would be another really good reprint. So you should hold out on building a zombie deck until this comes out next week. We're not going to know the full details yet. Let's quickly look at these comments here for any copium or anything. Waifus, let's go. IOC, Libromancer in the back room. They forgot about Libromancer too. Where's Illusionic? Everyone's talking about that. Everyone wants that card. Where is it? Labyrinth and Runick together. Very good. And the last thing we're going to be looking at here, what are the Mad Lads saying? Holy moly, a lot of URs. Yeah. But it's more compact. So this actually makes Branded a lot more accessible, a lot easier to play. And if you do want to play Branded on the tier list, click on Branded Despia or off of any Branded deck, you could see the breakdown of how the deck's being played. And while the tournament only feature is for pro membership only, which takes ads off, I'll show you. Here you go. So this should be a little bit better than the ranked ladder version of what the deck would look like. So you could screenshot this and a recent tournament example of how to build the deck. So do get ready for that. If you've been holding out on Branded, now's the time to maybe go in unless you want to wait for the Sprite and tier limits to come, which are going to take over everything. And that is it. That's the video. Let me know if you enjoyed. $100 giveaway. Like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you so much. I'll be streaming on twitch.tv/Dkayed this Sunday, where I'm going to talk more about the cards that are coming out, some cool combos I'll be showcasing. I'll be showing off decks that top tournaments with them also, even more. And then we're going to do a streamathon. On the release of these new cards, we're going to be streaming a bunch of days in a row. Thank you very much. We are out.